Have you ever felt like you were standing at a closed door, gazing through the crack into a room filled with possibility? You yearn to step through, to embrace the unknown, but fear and doubt hold you back. The path forward seems shrouded in uncertainty, and the whispers of, "what if," echo in your heart. We've all been there, haven't we? Stuck in a rut, longing for a breakthrough, but paralyzed by the seemingly insurmountable obstacles before us. It's easy to get caught in the whirlwind of worry, convinced that we're alone in this struggle. We might question our worth, our abilities, even our faith. But what if I told you that you are not alone? What if I told you that there is a force far greater than any fear, a power that yearns to open those doors for you, to guide you through the darkness and into the light? This is not a message of wishful thinking or empty promises. This is a message rooted in the very core of our being, a truth whispered throughout the scriptures, a promise etched into the very fabric of creation. God, in His infinite love and mercy, desires to orchestrate every detail of our lives, to open doors of opportunity and joy, and to guide us towards our true purpose. But here's the catch: sometimes, those doors don't swing open with a bang. They creak open slowly, revealing a path that might not be immediately clear, a journey that requires courage, trust, and unwavering faith. It's in these moments, when doubt threatens to consume us, that we must cling to the unshakable truth: God is with us, every step of the way. Think about the parable of the talents, the story of the master who entrusts his servants with varying amounts of wealth. Each servant is given an opportunity to grow and multiply what they have been given. Some invest wisely, expanding their resources and ultimately reaping a bountiful reward. Others, paralyzed by fear or complacency, bury their talents in the ground, choosing the path of inactivity and stagnation. Now, consider how this applies when you face a crossroads in life. God has entrusted you with unique gifts, talents, and opportunities, a symphony of possibilities waiting to be unleashed. Perhaps it's a creative spark, a passion for helping others, a yearning to explore the unknown. These are not mere trinkets to be hoarded, they are seeds of potential, yearning to blossom into something extraordinary. Yet, sometimes, we allow fear to stifle our growth, doubt to cloud our vision, and inaction to pave the way for regret. Conversely, when we embrace the spirit of the parable, we step into the fullness of God's provision. We recognize that the doors He opens before us are not merely physical gateways but opportunities for spiritual growth, for the expansion of our faith, and for the manifestation of His glory. It's in these moments of courage and trust that we truly begin to understand the depth of God's love and the boundless possibilities that await us. Sometimes, the doors God opens lead us into the unknown, into uncharted territories that stretch beyond the confines of our comfort zones. It might feel like stepping into a vast, swirling storm, where the winds of change howl and the waves of uncertainty crash against the shores of our preconceived notions. Yet, even amidst this tempest, remember the story of the Israelites crossing the Red Sea. Imagine the fear that must have gripped their hearts as they stood between the towering walls of water, the Egyptian army bearing down upon them. But God, in His boundless power, parted the waters, creating a path through the seemingly insurmountable. The Israelites, guided by faith, walked through this miraculous passage, emerging on the other side transformed, liberated, and filled with awe at the wonders God had wrought. Now, consider your own life. What seemingly impossible doors are staring you in the face? What challenges seem too daunting to overcome? Remember, God's call to step into the unknown is not a dare, it's an invitation to experience His extraordinary grace, to witness His power unfold in ways you never imagined. Think about the life of a sculptor. He starts with a block of cold, unyielding stone, but through his skilled hands, he chisels away at the excess, revealing the beauty and form hidden within. Just as the sculptor shapes the stone, God shapes us through the challenges we face. Now, consider how this applies when you face trials and tribulations. These moments, though often painful and perplexing, are opportunities for God to refine our character, to mold us into the image of His Son. When we humbly submit to His process, allowing Him to chisel away at our imperfections, we emerge stronger, more resilient, and more deeply connected to His love. Think of a diamond, formed under immense pressure deep within the earth. This pressure, though seemingly destructive, is what gives the diamond its brilliance, its hardness, its enduring value. Similarly, the trials we encounter in life, though they may feel like crushing burdens, can ultimately forge us into instruments of His purpose. They polish our faith, sharpen our resolve, and illuminate the depths of His grace. Imagine a symphony orchestra, each instrument playing its unique part, contributing to the harmonious whole. In this grand composition, no single instrument overshadows another, each voice, however small, plays a vital role in creating the masterpiece. Just as in an orchestra, God orchestrates our lives with a multitude of individuals, circumstances, and challenges. Each experience, each encounter, contributes to the symphony of our journey. Don't underestimate the significance of seemingly small moments. The casual conversation with a stranger, the unexpected act of kindness, even the mundane tasks of daily life, these seemingly insignificant threads weave together to form the rich tapestry of our story. These are the notes that compose the unique melody of our lives, each one contributing to a greater purpose, a divine design that unfolds beyond our comprehension. Now, consider this: God often uses seemingly ordinary moments to orchestrate extraordinary outcomes. It's in the quiet corners of our lives, the seemingly mundane interactions, that we can glimpse His intricate plan unfolding. Think about a tiny seed, planted deep in the earth. It lies dormant, seemingly insignificant, yet within it lies the potential for a magnificent tree. It takes time, patience, and the right conditions for this potential to blossom. Likewise, God often works in subtle ways, nurturing our faith, guiding our steps, and opening doors that we might not even recognize as opportunities. Perhaps you find yourself waiting tables, seemingly far removed from your dreams. Yet, in those moments of service, you encounter someone who needs a listening ear, a moment of kindness. This chance encounter could be a catalyst for a profound change in their life, and through your simple act of compassion, you become a vessel for God's love. These seemingly ordinary interactions, multiplied across countless lives, weave together the fabric of God's grand design. Imagine a vast tapestry, woven with threads of gold and silver, crimson and azure. Each strand, seemingly insignificant on its own, contributes to the overall grandeur, the intricate patterns, the breathtaking beauty of the whole. As we've explored these principles together, we've witnessed how each facet of our journey, every challenge, every triumph, every whispered prayer, weaves into this grand design. We've seen how faith, like a delicate thread, can withstand the most intense pressure, emerging stronger and more brilliant. Reflecting on this journey so far, consider the quiet moments, the seemingly mundane interactions, the everyday acts of kindness. These are not mere footnotes in the story of our lives, they are the very essence of God's presence, the subtle brushstrokes that paint the masterpiece of our redemption. As we stand at the precipice of this final reflection, remember this: you are not merely a spectator in this unfolding drama, you are an integral part of the tapestry, a thread woven into the very fabric of God's creation. Now, as we step back from this contemplation, consider the vastness of the tapestry, the intricate dance of threads, the symphony of experiences that compose the grand narrative of our lives. There is a profound beauty in this truth, that even the smallest act, the seemingly insignificant moment, holds the potential to ripple outwards, to touch countless lives, to become a part of something far greater than ourselves. Think of it this way: every time you extend a helping hand, offer a word of encouragement, or simply choose to live with kindness and compassion, you are adding another vibrant thread to this magnificent tapestry. Every time you face a challenge with courage and faith, you strengthen the fabric of your own story, revealing the resilience and strength that lies within. And every time you open your heart to God's love, you allow His light to shine through, illuminating the world around you. This is the essence of our journey: to become aware of the intricate threads that weave together our lives, to recognize the divine design unfolding around us, and to choose, with each passing moment, to live in harmony with this grand symphony. The true practice begins now, not in some distant future, but in the quiet corners of our hearts, in the everyday choices we make, in the simple acts of love we extend to ourselves and to one another.
If this message is touching your heart right now, imagine how much deeper your prayer life could go. Discover the secrets to powerful, consistent prayer and true connection with God. Click the link below and get your copy of Walking with God, a guide to a life of constant prayer. It's time to pray with purpose.